How y'all doing tonight? I'm Leigh, and with me is Jimmy Jam. We're going to talk to you about some news in the recruiting and Kentucky region. What you got, Jimmy?
Well, we're going to talk about all that. Yeah, definitely. But we're going to just take about a minute and a half. We're just going to for everything that's going on in London, Kentucky, with the tornado, the victims. I mean, everybody's heartbroken about this. We're heartbroken. We're going to give all the condolences, back, for them, and hopefully, we've had Pope, Reed Travis, the football team, they're helping out. Players is all, affected also, with the families and people that's in, London. And we just want to, try to bring a show going on right now that is going to bring the people together and help and just try to get things back together. We can't really do anything by I mean, we could actually go and help and stuff like that, but there's a lot of people that's doing that, and let's just give everybody hope of what's going on there in London, Kentucky.
Well, let's not forget Somerset as well, because it was
Well,
Somerset
yeah,
and
I mean,
London. London had a lot more devastation, but Somerset as well. So our
mhm.
condolences and our well wishes for the people in London and Somerset.
Yes. But all our love, Big Blue Nation, we're here for you, everything like that. We're gonna hit on a couple more things. We heard news today that October 30th, we're going to be playing Georgetown Hoyas in Rupp Arena. The time, the time, is not been set yet, but, it's going to be an exhibition game. And I would say most of all this exhibition games is going to be going for, the flood victims along with the tornado victims.
I do believe that. I believe a lot of the proceeds are going to be more, community oriented this time around, due to the devastation. Just a real quick, hey, Mercury, Travis, Otis, nobody. How y'all doing tonight? Just want to say a quick hello to our viewers. I have to give one shout out to my friend Denny Batts. He asked me if I would give him a shout out. So Denny, I know you're probably watching. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll take that 28-4 and win a national championship,
Oh
Matt.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Mercury, yeah, amen. Go Big Blue. Nobody. I mean, it's been a hard week this weekend, but then we got some good news last night. And this was I talked with Big Mike, and I was like, I thought it was like 30-40% chance we would get Braden Hawthorne, but Braden Hawthorne is a Kentucky Wildcat, and this is a rising star. 6 months ago, he was not even in the top 100 players. And right now, he's ranked number 33, and he just signed with Kentucky. So Leanne, I
What?
mean, he's 6'8", 175 pounds. He's going to have to, but he has a 7'3" wingspan, and he's still growing. Far as I know, he could grow another inch or two.
Yeah, he could. One of the things I liked the best when he was talking about his recruitment, he said all the other teams were offering him the moon and the stars,
Yeah.
money, telling him he would play, he would start. And he said Pope's pitch was completely different. He told him
Mm-hmm.
he can come in and earn a role. And that's one of the things I like the most about Pope is the fact that the guys earn their spot. Like if somebody's playing better, they're going to start. It's not just we're going to keep starting these guys.
Yeah, I
So
saw a
what's up?
lot of different people talking about Hawthorne coming to Kentucky, and they was like, well, with him coming to Kentucky under Pope, I think a lot of these players are starting to realize Pope has a good system going on, and they don't have to play a lot of significant minutes at the beginning of the year, but by the end of the year, he could be playing 6, 7, 8 minutes. He could be playing more. I'm not saying that he has an upside to him that a lot of players do not have, and I would love for this system to be with him in the next 2-3 years.
Right. Okay. The question asked was, what rank does this give us? Right now, I believe we're 4 with Braden Hawthorne sign up. We're 4. So last I saw.
Yeah, I believe he was like
So
number
that's way too
4.
early. Yeah, that's the way too early, but yeah, we're number 4. Louisville throwing hooker party. Yeah,
Well,
I don't think they do that anymore. Don't think they do that anymore. Jimmy didn't get on. See you on Monday. I'm here. I've been in London helping the families in London. Carl, that's
hey, thank you,
wonderful.
Carl.
Thank you for going out and helping out on behalf of all of the Big Blue Nation.
Yeah.
Thank you. Way to go, Carl.
Well, like
Makes sense long
Peanut.
term for a kid like this. If he goes to Virginia Tech and starts, he'll be considered a flop. Yeah, and his earning potential will go down. And that's one of the things he said too, was coming to Kentucky. He preferred other schools would have given him a locked in role, but he would not have been able to grow from there. I think sitting out playing the limited minutes, earning your spot, lets players grow a lot more.
Yeah. I mean, we beat 4 ACC teams to get him to come to the Kentucky Wildcats and the SEC. We beat Duke, Pittsburgh, West Virginia, Virginia Tech. I mean, like me and Big Mike talked about, you don't want to go to Pittsburgh anyhow, and that's kind of why we've got one of their basketball players that's going to be on this team this year. He decommitted from West Virginia, I think in March 21st. He visited Kentucky on April the 16th, and then May 20th, he signed with Kentucky. So there was a little bit of time that Mark Pope had to get him on, basis of Zoom chats and different things. But I think Mark Pope just said, hey, I think I got this guy. He's in my back pocket. I don't have to worry about. And he was in Memphis recruiting this weekend at the EBYL. And he knew he probably had a player that was going to be committing on, Tuesday afternoon.
Right. And, that's one of the things Braden said. He said up until he actually did his live, the only person he told was his father. He hadn't talked to anybody. He said he kept it all into himself. He prayed about it. He thought about it. He said he wanted to make sure his heart was in it. And he said he wasn't coming to Kentucky worried about individual skills. He said he's coming here for number 9. He is driven. He said he's a competitor. He said he does not like to lose. He wants to, he does not like to lose. So that tells me we really have somebody that's going to play for the name on the front of the jersey. Oh, speaking of the name on the front of the jersey, y'all can go to the loyalbbnfanshow.com and order you some merch. We have hats, we have shirts. Order you some merch.
Well, I just saw nobody. He was talking about it. He said he bets West Virginia hates us. We took Oscar Seaway away from. We took Kerr Carissa from them. Trey Mitchell, we had it, and that just gets payback from what they did to us in 2010 when we lost that game,
right?
And then they turned around and played Duke and got destroyed. Kentucky would have beat Duke down. It was just we had a bad shooting night, and that was it. We just couldn't hit a 3. And West Virginia, they got us at 2010. Well, we've got them back, and now we got Hawthorne And so, hey, it's payback. It's payback.
That's karma. That's karma.
Yeah.
Okay, so Carl got to meet Reed Shepherd and Mark Pope and Mark Pope's daughter. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah. Mark's his daughter was actually down there. Yeah,
Yeah. Mercury says, already got mine in the mail. Yay! Represent that merch.
good.
Represent the loyal BBN fan show,
That's
Mercury.
yeah, that's awesome.
And like nobody said Pope and staff really mean it when they say these guys are good. They're recruiting guys with faith and skills. And that's one of the things I love the most is the fact that Kentucky always is community oriented. That's one of the things that I take pride in. When I tell people I'm from the Big Blue Nation, is all the things that we do to help the communities.
Yeah, and I mean, eh, with Braden Hawthorne coming in, I mean, West Virginia, Huntington. We had Patrick Patterson that came from the same, school and everything. We've got ties with that program also, but there's just I know he's going to have to gain some weight and get in the weight room in the summertime.
And that's one of the things he talked about. He said, as far as getting early playing time, he said he wants to get in. He wants to get up to about 2:05. So he said he's eating a lot of snacks and things that he normally wouldn't eat. That's fine. Feed the boy. Feed the boy. Put that 20 pounds on him, that 15, 20 pounds on him. Feed him.
But yeah, this was I mean, uh, a well planned what Mark Pope did with this, and with getting Hawthorne.
Oh yeah.
He
It was
know. Oh, go ahead, Leanne.
it was like he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing when he kept talking to him. Like everybody else kind of backed off. I'm sure they had a visit. They kind of back off, but they said Mark Pope did not. He talked to him every single day.
Yeah. Well, Pope he flexed his muscle on this one. He said high school level, you're going to be able to come in here and play good minutes anyhow. All right, what we got going on here? Hello,
Ace Wildcats. Hello, how you doing? I watched a lot. First time on live show. It's great. Love all. Thank you, Ace. And
yeah,
we
thank you,
appreciate
Ace.
you. We appreciate you being here to watch the show.
But
Okay.
before Kentucky got involved, and a lot of other schools that got involved with Braden Hawthorne, he was only getting recruited by Pepperdine, Mount St. Mary's, Florida Gulf Coast. It was up until he started rising up 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago, that he was getting recruited by Duke, West Virginia, Virginia Tech, Kentucky. So he has done what he needs to do to get recognized by the schools that he got recruited by.
Right. And I agree with you there, and I just think that I think it's Pope. Pope is magical.
Yeah,
He
I
is.
mean,
He's
I
magical
mean,
with these players.
he's not promising anything. He promises no minutes. You earn, like BC said. Me and Mike, we've heard BC say this. If you're good, you're going to play.
Right. You earn that playing spot. Plain and simple. You do well, you're starting.
But
Boys
yeah,
will start losing
I mean,
staff.
he grew up a Kentucky fan, and he said this just means everything to him. Being, have that jersey with Kentucky across it now. He's living a dream.
He wants to give back to the BBN what those players made him feel as a child. I think that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Well, I guess we've talked enough about him. Let's go to get our spotlight person. And I know you love him. I think he is one of the least most talked about transfers that we have, and that is Cam Williams. Leigh Ann, talk about this player.
I love me some Cam Williams. I really do. I mean, against UAB, he made six threes. Uh, if he's hitting the threes, you're gonna know it and you're gonna see him. If he's not hitting them, he's gonna be inside doing something. Like he has been the least talked about. But Cam Williams, he can explode. He played 33 games. He started 28 of those games. There's something to this kid. He can hit the threes. He's good at free throws. His passing ability and his defensive ability are strong. He's better inside in the paint defensively than he is outside. You guarding someone on the threes. He's a lot better in the paint. So I'm really excited to have him. What do you think?
Well, this is a player that loves to dunk. He gets dunks off of lobs. He can take it to the rim and dunk, transition dunk. He goes to the rim strong. He's a great 3 point threat. He's a great passer, great cutter. He rebounds putbacks. I mean, 9.1 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, 1.3 assists at Tulane. He's just going to get better under Pope's system. I mean, he's got 3 years left, 6'8". He can play the two, he can play the three. Right now, he's already on some of the draft boards for next year.
Projected to actually go in the top 10 of the 2026 draft.
Yeah.
Is what I'm hearing. So, I mean, but we'll see. That depends on how he develops. I think his development has a lot to do with that. He's a sniper wing and a good defender. He is a sniper. Like if he gets hot, he's hot.
Yeah.
And they were comparing him to Kobe Brea. I know he's about the same size as Braden Hawthorne because he's 6'8", 190.
Yeah.
So he could stand to put on about 15 pounds. So, and I think that's one of Mark Pope's objectives over the summer is weight. Because, there's 3 or 4 of these guys that can stand to put on a little bit. And I think that's one of his main objectives is getting some weight on these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I like.
And you're right, Peanut. He is very reserved.
Yeah, and I like what Mercury he said that Cam Williams is going to be a nightmare for a lot of teams, and I know he's not played in the SEC, but I think he has the body, he has the ability. And with him playing with Aberdeen, he's playing with Cool Mo D, Mo Williams. Yeah, he's just going to be that much better playing and practicing and being with a team that is all together. And yeah, it's going to be. Even like J.C. Wilder was talking about Hawthorne. He's going to be a great player. And under a lot of different, the coaches, I know they said something on there about our coaching staff might be leaving. I think Mark Pope's got a coaching staff that they'll be here, for 2 or 3 years.
One of the coaches just got an extension, signed a new contract. So I really don't see the staff going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think the staff is perfect. I don't think it should be messed with. Brian says, I have a question. When playing against the good teams, not the cupcakes, how many will be in rotation, 9 or 10? What players will not be in regular rotation? I would say 10 so that all the guys can get rest because we're deep enough that we can give guys rest. The ones that I don't think will be in regular rotation right now, Noah, possibly. I would want to say Chandler possibly won't be in the regular rotation. That's a really tough question because they're all so good.
The
They're
thing,
also good. We could have 13 in a rotation.
yeah, we
I
could have
mean,
14. I mean, I
the
don't
whole
think
team could play.
he's not going to platoon, but I could see him playing, two players in, two players out, three players in, two players out, doing different things and just staying fresh. And that gives a lot more opportunities to press, to be a lot, bring the energy with different players, different sizes, the different skills, everything that's going on. Yeah, I believe he could play 13, 14 players and still win games. I mean,
We can totally get a lot more physical. And
mhm,
I think that's what's been holding us back is not being able to go deep enough to get that physical because we had injuries, which we're not going to talk about that. But because we're not going to have any more. But I think that that's, the physicality that we will be able to play with. Mercury said, and why was West Virginia on Hawthorne's list if he decommitted? Mercury, he decommitted
because
when they had a coaching change.
yeah,
That allowed him to decommit. And then he wanted to stop and think about it and make sure he was making the right decision pertaining to the new coach that he was going to hatch. Like,
mhm.
was that coach going to get him where he wanted to be? Is that the coach that's going to play his kind of ball? So that's why they were still on his list because he's from there and you know, he was committed there. So that's the reason that they were still on his list.
Well, the coach at West Virginia went to Indiana.
Right.
Hawthorne was not going to go to Indiana, knowing that
Nope.
his dream school was Kentucky. It was just until Mark Pope started recruiting him after he had committed to West Virginia is when he started having this change of his ideas of where he wanted to go. And I think he wanted to be at Kentucky so bad that it didn't matter if West Virginia or whoever, Duke, offered him a big bag or not. I think he was wanting to be here at Kentucky.
I think so too. And I think it just took, you know, that first year, it just took him some time.
Yeah.
He had to see everything laid out. He wanted to make sure it was the right decision. He wanted to make sure he was going to the right place. Think you're going to end up seeing a platoon system again. I mean, maybe not the full five, maybe three or four at a time, but close to it. I mean, we've got the players. We might as well use them.
Well, the thing is, we're going to be able to foul out any team in the whole nation. We've got enough
Right.
players that if we want to use some fouls, you can do
We'll be
that.
able to. Yeah, we got enough guys. JC Wilder, we can't do the call in tonight,
Yeah, we
if
can't do
if I'm
the
not mistaken. So yeah, we'll hopefully get that back going next week. What's a good name to replace the platoon system?
nothing because I don't think he's going to use it.
I don't either.
So I mean, yeah,
Uh,
they're
if
yeah,
I don't know a name I would even think of.
yeah. I don't have a name because I believe it's not ever going to be done. He's not going to do 5 in, 5 out. I mean, he might do 3 in, 4 out, something like that. But yeah, it won't be a platoon system, blue and white, like
Yeah,
Calipari
no.
did.
I still got my platoon shirt. It says blue platoon on the front and white platoon on the back. I still have that. The platoon with starters getting 25 minutes, bench 15. I can see that, but not 20 minutes each. Now that I can see, Brian, that's a good point.
Well, yeah,
Um, with 25 minutes for the starters and then 15 for the other guys, that's good minutes for everybody.
well, yeah.
That's really good minutes for the bench, 15, and our bench could probably be the starters too because they're that good. So I think that would possibly work. That's a good point.
Yeah, if he does type, play 25 minutes for one player and then like 15 minutes or something like that for that is going to work. Just the dividends, everything that we're going to be doing against teams, that's going to be a great thing for this team.
Right. It is. It's rare for any coach to speak Platoon. I agree. It's rare. It doesn't really. Nobody does it. Nobody does it. And Peanut said the coaching staff goes by analytics. The subs will have to do whatever is on their chart. And I agree with that. But the analytics I think will be different this year because I think the team's going to be different. So I think the physicality of the team is going to play a part in the analytics of who goes in and who comes out. I think we are more set to where if we've got guys shooting threes out on the floor and we've got guys that can defend the three better, they're going to go in. I think if we've got guys that are, going to the rim and scoring on us, we're going to put in guys that can go to the rim and defend. Like, I just think he's going to play whoever fits better in that scenario
Yeah.
at that time. What do you think?
Oh, I 100% I agree with you. I mean, we was talking about Cam Williams. I mean, but this whole team, it's just if Pope keeps putting teams like this together, you're going to see back-to-back Final Fours. You're going to see, it's going to be unreal because when you're bringing in a player that we're talking about, Cam Williams, where he scores, I mean, everything that he did at Tulane, he was spectacular at. There was only a few things that he needs to work on, but I believe that's going to be taken care of because he's going to be surrounded by a lot better players.
Well, he didn't have he scored double digits 13 games
Yeah,
with Tulane. And all these guys are going to finally get together in 2 weeks. I believe is when they're all
they,
going to be on campus. I think it's like a week after the NBA. I think 2 weeks is when they all start showing up together on campus.
yeah, but I mean,
So
he does a little bit of everything. Putbacks, ball screen handlers. I mean, he's like a 79% of the nation ball handler on the ball screens.
yeah,
He had a lot of different things with transition. 88% in the nation. I mean, he goes to the bucket hard, and he has a lot of good finesse layups, but he has a lot of good dunks at the rim also. He's not afraid of contact.
no, he's not. And Mark Pope and the staff, one of the first things they said to him was, "Look at Kobe Bryant,"
Yeah. Well, he had I think
because
he had 17 made 3-pointers that was deeper than 25 foot. So, I mean, he
yeah,
could shoot the rock.
he can, and I see him as being a crucial factor down the stretch of a game when you need. Remember a couple of the games last year how Noah came in, nailed a couple threes. I think that I think that Williams might be clutch
Yeah.
in a situation such as that. I think he would
Well,
be clutch.
one strength he has is blocks. He can block it on the 3-point, out on the perimeter. He can block it down low. I think he had a 3.7% block ratio, which is real good in college basketball. I mean, yeah, I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
his all around game is. I mean, I could see Mark Pope and them just going like this, sitting in the film room watching what's going on. This kid is going to be spectacular. And like I believe Mike was saying, this might be the player that is the most underwhelming that people are not even talking about. And he's going to be spectacular.
I think he's going to shock some people. I
Yeah.
think he's going to do a lot more than people expect from him right now.
Yeah.
Let's hope
Well,
Quaintance is healthy from day one. If so, I think he is immediately the best player on a very talented team. Quaintance will be ready. He says he will. He will.
I
You
think he
just
will.
know if you're the one going through it, you know if you'll be ready or not. I've been through knee surgeries. I know when I'm healing. I know how I'm progressing. I know when to expect to be where I need to be. I'm not a basketball player. However, you just know. And yes, Quaintance is very Anthony Davis like. That's who he reminds me of. When Anthony Davis first
Yeah.
came to Kentucky, that's who Quaintance reminds me of. And I can see him dominating in the NBA just like Quaintance.
Mhm.
Oh, speaking of NBA, Carl Anthony Towns kicking
Yeah.
some butt.
The New York Knicks, they are probably going to win this whole NBA. I believe right now, I think, Big Mike was talking earlier this week or last week. He thinks that the Knicks is going to win it. I believe I'm right in with the Knicks.
I believe they can. I believe they can. I really do. And Gilgis Alexander getting
Well,
his award that he got. What was
yeah,
that?
he,
I
he
can't
got the
remember now.
NBA,
That's right.
yeah, player of the year.
Yeah, player of the year. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he
Hmm.
did. I saw that today. I was so proud. Like, it's great. I turn on my TV and like Roku comes up, and on the side it's got like three NBA players. Carl Anthony Towns is in that. Like, it's so cool seeing him on there. But Alexander is killing it too. We've got some really great players in the NBA, that's for sure.
Yeah, Julius
Yeah,
Randle's been playing great basketball.
he really has. He really has. Pope say we're number one. He shows we're number one. First to have 14 good players. Fact. Oh yeah, Otis, you're right. That's what something I wanted to mention. Jelly, Andre Jelovich is killing it overseas. And he's playing with grown men, which is one of the things that was different with Big Z when he came here. He came from overseas, but he never played. He didn't play with these grown men. And they're still winning over there. He's
Hmm.
killing it on the
Yeah,
courts. Like, he's
yeah,
scoring double doubles, and like, I cannot wait for him to come here and
he
play with the because he's playing against grown men.
yeah, yeah. It's not like NBA teams he's playing against, but he's playing against good competition. It's not like playing AAU ball here in the United States. That's about the same competition. He's getting good competition no matter what. And yeah, I can't wait to see Jelly come in. I think maybe middle June. I hope he keeps on winning, and that's just the shape he's going to be in.
Right. And that's going to help him get acclimated, going in the gym for the summer and doing everything this summer
Hmm.
because he hasn't stopped. So he's definitely kept on. He's in shape. He doesn't need to put on any weight. Like, he needs to be the perfect size. And I'm really excited for him. I can't wait to get him. He's going to be one of my favorites. I already call him Jelly.
Oh yeah. Well, nobody was talking about, or what was it, Brian? He was talking about JQ. I mean, he might not play no more than 15 minutes a game, but that might be all that he needs to play. They might be up by 25 and go, just
Nobody.
yeah. But
You're right.
along with like nobody was talking about Jelly. He's going to be great. It's just. I mean, we was talking about Cam Williams, and how do you like the fast food at Raising Cane's? Have you ever had that?
Once.
Okay, that's
I've had
Cam
it once.
Williams. He loves to eat there, and so if it's Raising Cane's, hey, Cam Williams needs you for an NIL deal.
Right. Right. You need to get Cam Williams to do your commercials, Raising Canes, because he
Yep,
absolutely loves your food.
yep. But yeah, he'll be way more efficient at Kentucky than he was at Tulane. I mean, I don't see him starting. but I could see him in the lineup for a lot of minutes.
I can too. And they were talking about Jelly. Jelly is eligible to play. There's
Yeah.
no eligibility issues with him
Well,
because he's
they do have to do something with the NCAA, but now all that's like it
it's
ain't
not like it
anything
was
big.
before.
Yeah.
No, it's not like it was before. He has to get like some kind of student visa, something, something, but and it go through the NCAA, but it's not going to be an issue. Imagine Cam and Denzel. JQ is going to be a beast, Kevin. Yes, Kevin. JQ will
Yes.
be a beast, a force to be reckoned with. Yes, he will. Hope says we're number one. Yeah, we're definitely going to be. I see a chip party at Jimmy's house next March.
Yeah. I will. I'll have a big bonfire out back. I'll put a couch on top of the fire pit. We don't have to jump over it, but we can burn the couch and we will have a big celebration.
Yeah, I'm not jumping over any burning couch.
No, I'm not jumping over it. I'll burn it, but I'm not going to jump over it.
Well, we need to find a used couch to throw in your backyard for now, so we can
Oh,
have it to burn.
I'll be able to find one between now and March.
Imagine Cam Hawthorne and Denzel all swinging the ball in 5 out. Yeah, that I can see Hawthorne and Denzel Aberdeen out there together.
Yeah.
I can
Well, I
see them
mean,
playing together for sure.
Hawthorne can play the 2, 3, 4.
Mercury says she's got to pick up the couch. We got the best front court in the SEC. Yes, we do. Our front court is freaking deathly. It really is. Deadly. I don't think anybody's going to be able to stop our front court. I think they're going to just get the ball and go with it. I see a lot of takeaways. I see a lot of steals. I see a lot of turnovers being created. I just see our front court being like a mosquito at a picnic.
Yeah.
Ziggler. Okay, Zakai Ziggler. So we need to talk about that for a second.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So Zakai Ziggler is suing the NCAA for a 5th year to play. Now, look, we don't need people playing 7, 8, 9 years. I don't think they're going to allow it. I don't think he's going to win because he played 138 games and he did not sit out enough games to be able to consider a red shirt or to get that year from COVID. So odds are Ziegler could be like out in the cold if Tennessee said, because they recruited over him.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And if the NCAA says no, then maybe that's the last we're going to see of Ziegler.
I'm kind of hoping. I mean, it seemed like he's been playing for 7, 8 years, and I don't know how. Yeah, it seems like it's been longer than that because all you hear is Ziegler, and I'm like, how many years has he been playing? But the funny thing is, he's trying to sue the NCAA to let him play another 5th year when he has never set out one whole year. He wasn't part of COVID. He only set out 2 games for this past year because of ankle injury. And why does he want to come back? I mean, is he going to make more money at Tennessee than he would if he went overseas and played, overseas? Because he's not going to play NBA. That's definite.
No, he's not going to the NBA because he's not even. I mean, he's not even considering the draft. Like he didn't even go into it.
Yeah,
he's not going to go to the NBA, and I think they would give him more to play at college than they would in the G League. But he's played his years. Like, get over it. You're done.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, all he's wanting to do is try to make Rick Barnes look a little bit better and play another year when they've already over recruited him. And like JC, he was just saying Lowe is a better point guard than Ziegler is right now, and Lowe has 2 more years to play at Kentucky.
I agree with you there. I agree with both of you actually. He does. He's better at getting assists. He's better at ball handling. He doesn't create as many turnovers. Like he's an all around better player. So I would much rather have Jalen Lowe.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll take Jalen Lowe over top of Ziegler any day.
JC said, "Is it just me, or has Grant been at Bama for 2 decades?" It feels like it.
Yeah.
Feels like he has been there forever. Like it's time people need to go.
Well, that's. I wish we could. I wish people would talk about some of our players in that same sentence because it seems like we get a good player and they're gone, and maybe for 1 2 years they stick around. I wish we'd have a player that would stay around 4 or 5 years and just be hated by the whole SEC or the whole nation.
Right. I wish we had one of those too.
Well,
And
hey,
everybody would
Trent
be saying
Noah,
that.
Trent Noah could be a player like that.
He very well could be. He could be a 5 year player
Yeah,
where everybody and be really good by the time he's a junior or senior, and everybody's saying, God, I wish he quit playing.
yeah.
It could happen. Lowe is a
Well,
team player. Yes,
I
he
mean,
is.
yeah,
If
yeah.
they,
Kevin. I
yeah,
mean,
Lowe
I
is a
mean,
team player.
he's going to be so much better because at Pittsburgh he was just he had to do everything, and at Kentucky he's going to be just like Cam Williams, just like every player that we have on this roster. They're going to be surrounded by so many good players that it is going to be almost impossible for Kentucky to have more turnovers than they have assists, steals, anything.
I agree. I agree. I think this year's we're gonna see a big difference in rebounding. Our rebounding percentage. I think we're gonna do see a big difference in a lot of things. I think our turnovers are gonna go down. I just see them being really, really a great team
Yeah,
this year.
yeah.
It's about
JC,
that time, Jimmy.
yeah, it's getting close. Yeah, I want to see JC. He was talking about how Rick Barnes he had Kevin Durant. I mean, look what he couldn't even win a title with Kevin Durant, and he's having players that's wanting to stay 5 years for him.
Right.
That's
That doesn't
about
work
it.
out real well. That
No,
doesn't work out real well.
but I mean, this has been. We're going to do this short show tonight, and we love everybody that's on here. There's talking and stuff like that. We've had a great time. Me and Leanne. Next week we might have a little bit more going on. We're going to figure out who we're going to have a player profile on. But Leanne, close this out. Go ahead. Hey, I've done this a lot of times. I'll let you close it out. Yeah. Yeah, on Monday night we've already went through one aspect of it, and we have the start, the bench, and the cut. We all, I believe all four of us had our picks and stuff like that. But what we're going to do, we're going to have, I don't know if it's going to be like viewers or we're just going to add more players and keep going down week after week and do it for 1 or 2 3 weeks. And it's just a fun type thing because what we did last week or this past Monday, it was fun.
That's interesting. That's
Yeah, we'll be doing like each position: starting guard, shooting guard, the swing forward, power forward, center. We're going to be all doing that. So, Leanne, you need to get in with us on that and join in.
yeah, I will.
And,
Mercury,
and
sorry. Life happens, and Mike's got some things to do, and we appreciate his time very, very much. And so that's the only reason we're cutting it short tonight. Next week, JC, hopefully you'll be able to call in. Otis, thank you so much, guys. From Jimmy and I both, we love all of you so much. We appreciate you being here, and for Big Mike and Jimmy and myself, we can't wait to see you next week. And go Cats.
Go Cats.